Hey there, my yogi friend. Welcome back. Can you believe that you're on day 6 of this 7-day challenge? I am so proud of you, and I hope that you're taking the time to celebrate this accomplishment because just getting on your mat can be a huge ordeal sometimes, and you've made it through 6 days in a row. So congratulate yourself on this consistency, and I hope that you're starting to see some of the benefits when you show up for yourself, how you're then able to show up for the other people in your life that you would like to give this presence to that you're giving to yourself. So let's go ahead and get started with today's class. As usual, you may want to have 2 blocks, but other than that, you shouldn't need any other props. And we're going to go ahead and get started in a child's pose at the back of your mat. Bring your knees out as wide as you'd like and your big toes to touch. Walk your hands forward and release your forehead down towards the mat. If your hips don't come over your heels, that's totally fine. You can always place a block there if you feel that you need to prop the hips on something. You can also use a blanket. We won't be here too long. So go ahead and take a big breath in to begin, and a big exhale out. Take a few moments here to turn your attention inwards, noticing how your body feels, and just noticing the state of your mind and your energy, and become aware of what's going on. And become aware of your breath in and out of your nose. And go ahead and take 3 more deep breaths here, allowing each exhale to take you deeper into this present moment and into your body. Whenever you're ready, come up onto all fours, stacking your shoulders above your wrists, knees hips-width apart. Hips can be over your knees, and we'll move through a few cat-cows just to begin warming up the spine. On your inhale, drop your belly, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, draw your navel in, round your back. Inhale, arch your spine, lift your gaze. Exhale, round, curling the tailbone under. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw it in. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale. And slowly come into a neutral tabletop position. Draw your belly button in to support your lower back, and then extend your left leg long behind you, toes pointing down. Flex towards your face. Take a breath in, and turn your toes out. Release your foot down to the floor, lowering onto the sole of your foot, coming into a modified side plank. Peel open your chest. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. On your exhale, take your arm towards the top of your mat, finding a nice long side bend through your left side. Take a breath in. Exhale, release your left hand to the top of your mat. Square your hips, extend your left leg long behind you, picking your toes up off the ground. One more time, draw the navel in. Inhale. Exhale, take your knee towards your left elbow, and then extend that leg out to your side, coming onto the sole of your foot. Press into your right hand. Inhale, peel open your chest, reach your left arm up. Exhale, twist to your right, threading your left arm underneath your right armpit. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. One more time, inhale, open. Exhale, twist, thread that arm through. This time, inhale to open, and then release your left hand down back in front, but continue to walk your hands over to your right, planting your right hand in line with your knee. Press down on your inhale, peel open your chest, reaching your left arm up and over. Nice side bend once again. And then on your next inhale, engage your core, come all the way up, extending your arms. Exhale, side bend to your left. Left hand can come down your left leg. Reach your right fingers towards the left. Draw your right shoulder back. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, release down the way you came up and walk your hands forward, coming back underneath your shoulders. And then continue walking your hands forward, sending your hips back in the opposite direction. Lower your heart down towards the mat. Release your forehead down. Take a few breaths here. And slowly begin to walk your hands back in. Make your way back into that tabletop position, taking your left leg back underneath your hips. And extend your right leg long behind you, toes flex towards your face. Draw your navel in. Turn the toes out and release the sole of the foot down for your modified side plank. Inhale, open your chest, reach your right arm up. Take a breath in. Exhale, take that arm to the top of your mat. Nice big side bend. Feel the stretch all the way from your outer heel out your fingertips. Inhale, come back up through center. Release your right hand back down. Square your hips back to center. Extend your right leg long behind you, hovering your toes off the ground. Take a breath in. Exhale, knee towards right elbow. And then extend that leg out to your side, lowering the sole of your foot down, toes pointing forward. On your inhale, open your chest, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread that arm underneath your left armpit. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, open. And last time, exhale to your twist. This time, inhale to open. And on your exhale, release your right hand back down. Walk both hands over to your left. Plant your left hand in line with your knee. Peel open your chest as you find your side bend, reaching your right arm up and over. Stay grounded through your right heel. Draw your right shoulder back. And on your next inhale, engage your core as you rise all the way up, extending your arms. Continue this motion as you exhale and side bend to your right. Reaching your left fingers long towards your right. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. On your next inhale, come up through center and release your hands down the way you came up. Walk them towards the top of your mat. And then walk all the way forward, releasing your chest and forehead down towards the mat. Stretch your hips back in the opposite direction. Take 2 breaths here. And very slowly come back up, walking your hands back in, making your way into that tabletop position. Walk your hands forward about a handprint, keeping your index fingers pointing forward. Untuck your toes. Begin to send your sits bone up towards the ceiling, finding length through your spine. Keep your knees bent for now. And then gradually begin to lengthen out your legs, keeping them bent if your back is beginning to round. Press back through your heels. Press down firmly through your big knuckle mounds and send your shoulders down your back, away from your ears. Take 2 breaths here in your downward facing dog. And on your next inhale, look to the top of your mat, step or jump through to a forward fold. Feet hips width apart or big toes touching. Hands to the floor or a pair of blocks. Bend your knees as much as you need. Release your head and neck. Release your shoulders. And distribute the weight evenly in your feet. On your inhale, come into a halfway lift. Nice flat back. Reach long through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold forward. Root down. On your inhale, rise all the way up to Tadasana, mountain pose. Reach your arms above you. Exhale, soften your knees, fold forward. Inhale to your halfway lift, grow long. Exhale, fold. This time on your inhale, come into chair pose. Send your hips back. Reach your arms above you. Weight goes into your heels, shoulders down your back. If you have your feet together, keep your big toes touching, leaving a little space in between your heels. If you have your feet hips width apart, keep your knees in line with your toes. Take a breath in. On your exhale, sit a little bit deeper, keeping the weight in your heels. Take one more breath here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come into your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank, pressing back through your heels, curl your tailbone under. On your inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga, keep your elbows in close towards your ribs, lowering onto your belly. Inhale, come up through your cobra, lifting your chest, shoulders down your back. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up towards the ceiling, chest towards your thighs. Remember to keep the knees bent as much as you need to keep that length in the spine. Take 2 breaths here. Noticing the body begin to wake up. Noticing any resistance you might still feel. Sending your breath there. On your next inhale, take your right leg up behind you, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards nose, round your back, and then step that foot through, coming into your high lunge. Take as many steps as you need to get there. Root down as you rise up. Drawing your shoulders down your back. Spin your pinky fingers in towards each other. Press back firmly through your left heel. Take a big breath in. Exhale, open out into warrior 2. Spin your back toes towards the long side of your mat. Send your front knee towards your pinky toe. Gaze over your front middle finger. On your inhale, straighten your front leg. Turn your toes to point towards the top left corner of your mat and turn your left heel in. So both heels in, toes pointing out towards the corners of your mat. Bring your hands together above your head. On your exhale, come into a goddess squat. Send your knees towards your pinky toes. Curl your tailbone under. Inhale, come back up to that star pose. Extend your arms out. Exhale, come into your goddess squat. One more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, sit down into your squat. We'll hold for 2 breaths. Sit to your lowest. Inhale, rise back up. On your exhale, release your hands down. Turn your left toes back towards the long side of your mat and your front toes forward, coming back into your warrior 2. Bend your front knee, stacking it above your ankle. Extend your arms out. Take a big breath in. Exhale into your side angle. Release your right elbow down to your front thigh. Reach your left arm up and over. Keep peeling open your chest, sending your left shoulder back. Take one more breath. Exhale, release your hands in front. Press back into your downward facing dog. And come back to your breath. Resetting your body. Resetting your mind. On your next inhale, take your left leg up behind you, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards nose, round your back, and step it through, high lunge. Inhale, rise up. Press back through your right heel, draw your shoulders down away from your ears, and soften your ribs. Take a breath in. Exhale, warrior 2, spin your back toes out. Left knee towards your pinky toe. Draw your navel in, lifting up through your pelvic floor. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Turn your left toes towards the top right corner of your mat. Right heel in, coming into star pose. Exhale, goddess squat. Bend your knees, curl your tailbone under, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, rise up, star pose. Exhale, come into squat. Inhale, rise. Last time, exhale. We'll hold this for 2 breaths. Inhale, rise back up, and exhale. Release your hands down, coming back into warrior 2. Turn your back toes towards the long side of your mat, front toes pointing forward, bending into your front knee. Extend your arms. Exhale, extended side angle, left elbow to your front thigh. Reach your right arm up and over, drawing your right shoulder back. Big breath in, and exhale it out. One more time, inhale. On your exhale, release your hands down in front, press back into your downward facing dog. Either stay here for a few breaths or take a flow, moving forward into your plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come back to your breath. And look to the top of your mat. Make your way into a seat. And from here, open your legs out as wide as you feel comfortable, keeping your toes and your knees pointing up towards the ceiling. We're going to be walking forward. We're going to try to keep a flat back. So if your wide-legged forward fold is looking a little more like this, with a lot of rounding in your upper back, sit up on top of a block so that you can hinge at the waist, and that way we can keep the stretch in the hamstrings rather than compressing the lower back. So lengthen up through the crown of your head and begin to walk your hands forward to wherever is your stopping point today. So once again, if that back begins to round, that's enough for you today. If you can keep the back nice and flat, you can keep walking your hands forward. Flex your toes towards your face and keep your kneecaps pointing up. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Beginning to soften the breath. Beginning to wind down. And slowly walk your hands. Bring your hands underneath your knees. Bending your knees, draw your legs together. And we'll make our way down into our final resting pose, coming into Shavasana. Make your way onto your back. Extending your legs out in front of you. Arms can come by your sides, palms pointing up. Let yourself melt into the mat. Let go of any last little bit of tension. Allow yourself to enjoy this little moment of rest. Feel free to stay here longer if you'd like. Otherwise, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll over onto your side, curling up into a fetal position. And make your way up into a comfortable seat. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, pausing here for a moment to notice the effects of this practice on your body and your mind. And we'll close with the breath together. Take an inhale. Exhale it out. Bring your hands to your third eye center, bringing gratitude to this practice, for taking this time to honor your body. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this 6th session in our 7-day challenge. I hope you're feeling invigorated and inspired, and we have just one more left. So congratulations on making it this far. And I do hope that this will not be the end of your yoga journey. I hope it has just created a little spark and inspired you to make yoga a regular part of your life. So I will see you tomorrow for our last session. Have a wonderful day, my yogi friend.